god. What the hell are you doing here?
Why did you take so long?
What? Where are you going? No, wait.
What the fuck?
Who the fuck you think you are? We're done. Why you keep coming here?
Okay, I got evicted.
You got evicted?
Yeah, so I have my shit here.
By who?
Obviously.
By the guy you cheated on me with?
No shit, that's the one I went to go live with, no?
And so you're coming here after 2 months?
Is there an issue?
You literally left me for him after you cheated on me with him. Are you kidding me? Are you fucking insane? You weren't in there for months.
Do you want me to be on the streets?
I don't give a fuck. You can be whatever you want, just not here.
No, I need you to move.
No. You're not coming in.
What do you mean?
Insane?
What do you mean? This is my house.
No, this is my house.
I've lived here for like more than 3 years.
Yeah, that was before you cheated on me.
Tyler, give me my phone. Stop.
Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh wow.
I'm not kidding.
Anyway,
You're invading my privacy.
326? 326. What's that 326?
If a woman can disrespect you this openly, then you already have your answer. At that point, you're not a priority. You're simply a placeholder, someone she keeps around until she finds what she believes is a better option. One of the clearest signs of genuine love is respect, especially in public. When someone truly values you, they protect your dignity instead of tearing you down in front of other people. But if she's comfortable humiliating you, dismissing you, or treating you like you don't matter, the truth becomes pretty simple. The moment she believes another option is waiting for her, she may have no hesitation about walking away.
Alright, man, just get something light, slight. Don't go too crazy. You ain't gotta look at me like that.
Yes. Hello, how are you? Let me get the family meal. What is the largest family meal that you have on the menu?
So, our largest family meal that we have.
Yes. I'm hungry.
20 piece.
Okay, let me get the 20 piece. Let me get some shrimp. I need to order a shrimp. Do I get sides with that?
Yeah, you get sides with that.
Okay, so I would like red beans and rice.
Hey.
Mashed potatoes. Yes.
What I thought said you was getting something light, slight, light.
Mix or all?
We can do mixed.
Okay.
Don't start that cheap shit.
I'm not.
Don't start the cheap shit, and I'm ordering right now. So if you got a problem with what all I'm about to order, then
hey, you can chill out.
Get the fuck out my car.
You can chill out. You can chill out. You ain't got to do all of that.
Anyway, can I finish ordering?
You can order. I mean, but I said slight.
And I'm gonna finish ordering my meal. Ma'am, so mixed, and then you got the red beans and rice and the mashed potatoes.
Hey.
Oh, okay. Let me get coleslaw. Or just to order a fries.
Hey,
yes.
I'm not paying.
I bet you I'm not paying for this. Get the fuck out my car.
Okay, well, who you talking to?
You.
No, you're not talking to me, bro. Listen, I'm not gonna argue with you, bro.
Right now.
No, well, you gonna pay for all this shit. Like you ordering a whole Thanksgiving fucking dinner. Like that's crazy.
I'm hungry.
It don't matter. Like I said, order something slight.
I need a gallon of
okay, well, hey man, well she gonna be paying for that gallon of that shit herself because I'm not paying for nothing. How about that? And you're not gonna have to kick me out no car. Okay, well how about this, y'all? You know what? I will. I'll get out this car, and you know what? It'll be a lot cheaper to not fuck with you. How about that?
How about that?
Yeah, you pay for your own ticket. This motherfucker gonna sit here and spend about $60 worth of food. That's crazy at Popeyes. I'm not fucking doing that, bro. Bro, like I said, it's cheaper to be away from your ass. Bro, are you crazy? Ma'am, hey, she ain't even got the money to pay for it anyway. So, yeah, I mean...
She really showed up to a first date like she was feeding an entire family reunion. Instead of ordering something simple, she starts asking for the largest family meal on the menu, then keeps adding shrimp, sides, coleslaw, fries, basically turning a first date into a full holiday dinner at the drive-thru. And the wildest part, she does all of this after he had already made it clear that he wanted to keep things light. That's when a simple first date starts looking less like a casual meal and more like a test of how much the other person is willing to tolerate.
Yes.
I'll post you.
Bitch, don't post me. Bitch, post me. Bitch,
with your rude, Mexican, disrespectful ass. Then your bitch ass flicks me off on camera. Then this bitch gonna say something because I talk about ice. Ice. I'm not playing. I will call them motherfuckers.
No, what y'all talking about? Just ignore them.
Talking about. You're disrespectful. You Mexican, rude, disrespectful motherfucker. That's why only one motherfucker. You're all nasty, digging in your nose. Nasty as a motherfucker. Probably spinning our food. Like, we'll get you the one out the car.
Hey, what are you doing here? What are you doing? What's going on here? What do you mean? I was looking for you.
Come on.
3 years for what?
Well, I didn't know you were going to be here. I'm having fun.
Like I'm in the middle of
See you guys. Doing my own thing.
Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, this is bullshit.
No.
Like, what's going on? Who is he? Who is he?
He's a friend.
Who's this?
I'm a friend.
He's my friend.
Your friend. Oh, he's your friend.
Stop.
What should have been a minor disagreement quickly turned into a complete public meltdown. Instead of calming down or simply walking away, she pushed the argument straight into chaos. The moment she felt disrespected, everything escalated. She started shouting, insulting people, making threats, and throwing out reckless comments that turned a simple confrontation into something much uglier. By that point, the original issue barely mattered anymore. It wasn't about customer service, the ice, or who said what first. It had become a battle over pride, ego, and the desperate need to feel like she was still in control of the room, even as everything around her was falling apart. And that's a pattern you see in situations like this all the time. Once people feel embarrassed in public, they can stop trying to solve the problem and start trying to win the moment. Suddenly, it doesn't matter whether they're making sense. It doesn't even matter whether they're right. The only goal becomes getting louder, more disrespectful, and more aggressive than everyone else. The problem is, by that point, they've already lost control. That's exactly what was happening here. Every second made the scene more chaotic, more hostile, and more revealing. Even when other people stepped in, even when it was obvious the situation had already gone too far, she still couldn't let it go. She had to keep shouting. She had to keep talking over everyone. She had to make sure that if the confrontation ended, it ended with her getting the final word. And that's what made the entire scene so uncomfortable to watch. It wasn't just anger, it was the deep need to dominate the interaction, keep all the attention centered on herself, and make sure nobody else could close the conversation before she did. Then, just when you think the situation has reached its peak, everything shifts into something much more serious. The next moment takes us into a completely different kind of disaster, one that begins with allegations of cheating and ends with police stepping into the middle of a domestic situation that has clearly spiraled far beyond an argument. A woman is confronted while she's out with another man. Her boyfriend appears confused and angry, trying to understand why she's there and who the other man is. She tries to brush it off by calling him just a friend, the kind of explanation people often reach for when they've been caught in a situation they don't know how to explain. But the energy of the scene suggests there is much more happening than she's willing to admit. Then the story takes a much darker turn. According to the account presented in the clip, this wasn't simply a confrontation over cheating. It wasn't just a boyfriend discovering his partner in an embarrassing situation. Officers begin piecing together allegations that she had stabbed him after being confronted. And once that possibility enters the picture, the entire situation changes. Now this isn't relationship drama anymore. It's about alleged violence, potential criminal charges, and whether someone is attempting to explain away something far more serious than a messy breakup. Police move in and begin doing what investigators are supposed to do, strip away the emotion and focus on the facts. They ask direct questions. What happened? Why are you here? Who lives here? Were you supposed to be at this location? Did you stab him? But from the beginning, she struggles to provide straightforward answers. Instead, every question becomes another detour. Every attempt to establish what happened turns into another emotional explanation. She starts making additional claims about being dragged around, being beaten, not having a phone, being isolated, having her Facebook account deleted, and being unable to contact anyone. She's giving the officers so much information that it becomes difficult to focus on the original accusation, and that's where the situation becomes especially revealing. The officers ask for one clear answer but receive several unrelated explanations. They ask what happened that night and instead hear about her phone, her sister, her family, or things she claims he did weeks earlier. Whether those claims are true or not, they're not answering the questions the officers are asking. The more police try to establish a clear timeline, the more scattered the story appears to become. When someone is trying to explain their side of an incident, emotions can obviously make things messy, but investigators still need a coherent sequence of events. Here, the more questions they ask, the further the conversation seems to drift from the central issue. Eventually, officers stop focusing on the emotional arguments and begin concentrating on the evidence in front of them. And that's when the reality of the situation becomes impossible to ignore. She wasn't even supposed to be there. Officers tell her directly that she's trespassing. They're also dealing with property damage and allegations of a domestic attack involving a weapon. While she's still attempting to present herself as the victim, the potential charges begin stacking up. Criminal trespass, property damage, aggravated domestic battery involving a weapon. Those are not minor accusations. These are allegations that can have life-changing consequences. And once those charges are being discussed, you can feel the entire dynamic change. Up until that point, she appears to believe that she can talk her way through the situation. She keeps talking, crying, blaming others, and introducing more emotional details, seemingly hoping that someone will stop and see things from her perspective. But once the officers begin laying out the actual allegations, that approach starts to fall apart. This isn't an argument she can win by being louder. This isn't a boyfriend she can pressure into backing down. This is the legal system stepping in, and the legal system isn't decided by who can create the biggest scene. That's what makes the ending of this section so powerful. After all the yelling, accusations, and attempts to redirect the blame, the situation still ends the same way, with handcuffs, charges, and no control over what happens next. Even while being detained, she continues talking. She complains about the handcuffs. She insists that he's the real problem. She continues bringing other people into the story, but none of it changes the outcome. Once officers have enough information to move forward, the argument is over, and that's the bigger lesson this entire situation drives home. Some people will do almost anything except take accountability. They'll insult strangers, create scenes, make threats, avoid simple questions, and change the story in real time if they believe it will help them avoid responsibility. They may even try to turn themselves into the victim when the evidence appears to be pointing in another direction. They keep talking long after the facts have started catching up with them because admitting fault would mean admitting they no longer control the narrative. But eventually the narrative stops mattering. Once police arrive, statements are collected, injuries are documented, property damage is observed, witness accounts are considered, and physical evidence begins coming together. Emotional arguments don't carry the same weight. You can yell, you can deny, you can accuse everyone else in the room. But if the facts are there, the facts are there. And that's what makes this entire sequence so striking. It begins with someone losing control in public and ends with someone losing control of the entire situation. What started as disrespect and chaos eventually turned into serious criminal allegations. And the same attitude that may have fueled the confrontation in the first place did nothing to protect her once the consequences arrived. In the end, all the screaming in the world couldn't change the one thing that mattered most. The truth had already caught up with her, and this time there was no talking her way out of it.